Hey, how's it going? I just watched a wonderful gardening channel called Am I Gardener, and he gave me the best plan for the day, and that is to sow before my last frost. Sow vegetables, that is. So as you can see, I'm in my vegetable garden, and a lot of the soil is quite workable, even though you can see, I don't know if you can see snow in the background, but there definitely is still snow, but we are nearing the end of our winter. So we are in 4B, zone 4B, and it is not always above freezing. This week is going to be pretty mild, but that's not to say that it could change after next week. So we're not in the clear yet, but thanks to, I think his name is Luke at Am I Gardener, he is allowing us gardeners who are so eager to get started now, and I am going to do it. So from his list, these are the ones that I am going to be planting today. They are all plants that do well in cold weather and will germinate in cold weather. And the ones that seem to bolt, like lettuce, you know, it'll bolt as soon as it gets warm. These ones will last a little bit longer because obviously it won't be warm for at least a few months. Anyway, these are the ones I'm going to get started today. I have Barrage. I have bought this by plant before. I've never started it by seed, but it is fine to start in the cool weather. And it has a bit of a stronger flavor. The leaves are edible, and I think the blooms are as well. But you know what? It's a perennial, and I love perennials because then I don't have to worry about planting them every single year. So yeah, I think it might reseed itself is the hope. And then perennial poppies, I'm going to plunk in a corner of my garden and hope that they don't take over because they do reseed this perennial Iceland mix. But you know what? If that's my worst problem, I think I'm winning. Too many poppies? Is there such a thing? And then I am trying, or not trying, I've tried this before. Actually, I have some right here. I have a little cold frame, whatever they're called, a short one here, and they overwintered, which is beautiful. So I do have spinach right now, and this is the Bloomsdale long-standing variety. And I will be doing curly scarlet kale. Kale is also tolerant with cold germination. And then mixed green lettuce. I'm really excited to get these started now because in the heat of summer, we deal with a lot of chipmunks, and they are thieves. They're garden thieves. They take everything that is edible, including my strawberries, which are just back here, as you can see. So anyway, I'm going to start these now because we don't have a lot of them right now, which is wonderful. And I might cover it too, just in case, because sometimes they dig around in the dirt as well. And then Ford Hook Giant, which is a Swiss chard. And of course, radishes. I'm gonna do the Crimson Giant radish, and then Detroit Supreme beets I'm going to try. And last but not least, an Asian carrot. This is Shin Kuroda carrot. So I'm going to try all of these and we will see. I'm sure germination is slower because it is cooler, but why not? The garden is sitting empty for the most part. I do have some perennials here actually, some flowers I started last year. And then like I said, strawberries and raspberries back here. But besides that, it's almost empty. But like I said, I did overwinter some spinach, which was a huge success for me. I will show you that before I get started. I'll see if I can move you over. There you go. And in here, look at that, edible spinach. It's still tasty. That's a success. So anyway, I'm going to be planting in this bed here. So I have my markers all written out, and I will just plug them in and then show you when we're done. All right, lastly, I am going to do the poppies and the barrage. I feel like this is in the left-hand corner of the garden, the vegetable garden, but it would be really nice to have some poppies over here. This vegetable bed looks onto the yard where we spend a lot of time. So I'm thinking to have some perennial poppies pop up here would be really lovely. And then maybe some barrage there just because I'm here, and we'll see. So anyway, this garden bed is new last fall. We built it just with the leftover cedar lumber we used to build the beds. And it's a weird, I'll show you a backed up view in a minute, but it's a weird, I don't know, trapezoid, but it's honestly just using the back section of the vegetable garden where we had it cleared anyway. There was an old chicken coop here. So anyway, we just filled the entire thing, and it's massive, but that's okay. I might grow some corn on this side. Yeah, we'll see. It's a big area, but I will probably have no problem filling it up. So anyway, yes, I will put the perennial poppies here, kind of in a couple rows, and then the barrage just kind of near the gate there, because I think it'll look lovely. Yeah. One more thing done. So I just sprinkled the poppy seeds on the surface, as you saw, because they do need light to germinate, I believe. And the barrage is just here, front row in the center. So now I will give you a backed up view of the vegetable garden since we're here anyway. And while we're outside, I think I might show you a couple buds growing in the orchard, whatever, in our yard. Under the fruit trees last fall, I planted a ton of bulbs. Well, a ton to me, 400 bulbs. So I'm so thrilled to see some of the buds come up for the first year. So I will show you some of those as well. All right, as you can see, this is where I was standing. I put the poppies right here in the barrage here. So that is our grassy garden, orchard, whatever you want to call it. We spend a lot of time here. We still need a gate here, as you can see. So this is, when you first come in, this is the new trapezoid bed I was talking about, which is quite large. I'm going to have to put some pavers on there to kind of stand on the soil, just to stay out of the dirt and out of the plants, because it is quite large. And then here's the first bed I was talking about that I overwintered the spinach in. Did quite well. Pretty cool. Yeah, the carrots, I think I planted a little too late in the season because the ones that do come up are quite small. So live and learn. But it was pretty fun to try. Yeah, they're pretty tiny. Yeah, and then this is the bed that I planted in. Kale, spinach, Swiss chard, beets, radishes, and so on. There's some cilantro left over. And these, I forget what they are. If you know, let me know. Because, unfortunately, my plant marker from last year rubbed off. Do you know what? Actually, I just noticed it's foxglove. So that would be my biannual foxglove that is coming back. Beautiful. And then this is also some perennials, some perennial flowers that I started last year. And yeah, I think they'll do fine. So from here, I have 3 of these little 4x4s, and then this large perimeter bed, which I have strawberries here, raspberries at the back. Ooh, and this is pretty fun. Last year I planted, what are they called? Egyptian walking onion, which is a bit of a funny name. But what they are is when the bulb gets too heavy on the top of the green onion-like stem, the bulbette will plant itself and become another bulb, another onion. So yeah, this whole little back area is filled with them that I planted last fall, which I'm super excited. I can see quite a lot of them coming up. And apparently the stem is similar to a green onion, And the bulb, which is quite small, is similar to a scallion. So I think they'll be quite great. Nice to try at least. And I don't know if they grow well beside strawberries, but we'll see. These strawberries, oh look at that, there's some leftovers from last year. We didn't quite get to them. Maybe I'll just sprinkle some of those seeds and get some more going while I'm at it. You can see the seeds going down. These I planted from seed last year. I forget if they were the Fraise and White variety. I'm doing some more seeds while we talk. Or they were the Alpine. I forget which ones they ended up being, but I'm gonna keep sprinkling in my strawberry seeds and get them reproducing. Why not? And then these ones over here were given to me by a friend who was getting rid of them because strawberries do multiply. Yeah, and then this is just some leftovers from last year. And under here I don't have anything, but I did put this up just to get the soil a little bit warmer so that I could put some things here. And then, last corner, this is amaranth, the sticks back there that you can see. And I left it, and it hopefully will reseed because there are grains, tiny little grains everywhere. So, another problem that I'm happy to have. Yeah. And then lower here we just have an old horse pasture. So that is the veggie garden, and now I will take you over to one of the bulbs that has sprouted, and I'm so excited. I don't know what it is, so I'll have to look at my map to see what it is, but yeah, I'll take you over there now. Here we are. This is the orchard just below our apple tree, and this is the sprout that just popped up. The snow just melted, so this is definitely the first sign of spring in this area, and I welcome it. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you next time.